guys, what's up? It's Brown Thumbs, Plants in the City. Just wanted to show you guys what I've got in bud and blooming. It is about mid-January 2014 here in the beautiful northeast Boston, Massachusetts. So here I've got some things. This guy right here is in full bud, in full bloom. This is an Ascocenda Princess Mikasa Blue, and it bloomed, it started about Christmas. When I got back from my Christmas travels, this guy was in full effect. It had a couple more blooms to open, but now it's just really spectacular. I've got it in vase culture currently. It just makes it easier in the winter to go ahead and keep the moisture around the roots and water it. So just down in front here I have a Vanda white crane, and right now this is the second shoot that I've got off this guy. I had it about a year. This is one of the first orchids that I got, and this flush of flowers is much more pink in color. So you can see there's still some buds forming up at the top as well. Just recently repotted it as well, so it's got good root growth and it's coming along nicely. I'm enjoying it. Down in front I have my first Paphiopedilum that is not dying on me. Managing to keep it alive. This is a species Paphiopedilum. It's a Delenatii. And I was very surprised to see that after it put out its first leaf after I got it, it actually went ahead and started to crawl out what I thought was mealybugs, but ended up being a spike. And it's also got another leaf growth going on down there. Okay, so over to the side here, I have, this is in spike, it's another species. This is a Phalaenopsis stortiana, this is a Scilariana. Very nice spike on it. I also got this, I think, in the summer, and it really wasn't doing much. I thought it was going to croak on me, but I just kept giving it what it needed and what it seemed to like and enjoy, and looks like I'm going to have a nice spike here shortly. I've got a branch off here, and the buds seem to be forming well. I hope that I don't suffer from bud blast like some of you guys have been showing on YouTube. Hopefully it'll make it all the way through and show me some pretty flowers. So fingers crossed, right? In the back hiding over here, this is this is a complex hybrid Dendrobium, excuse me, and this guy I left out and gave it plenty of cold, and it is producing a lot of buds for me, and I'm super excited, super stoked. This, yeah, I really wasn't sure. I got a small flush of flowers from it earlier in the summer, I guess, beginning of the summer. So I was really surprised, and I thought that, hey, I'll leave it outside until just before we get our first frost with my sim, and we'll see if next season I get a flush of flowers. Lo and behold, after a couple of weeks, out in some of the cooler temperatures, I started to see buds develop, and here they come in full effect. I'm really happy with that. So I don't know if I just got lucky with this one. It is, before I forget, this is a Dendrobium Superstar X Ice Pearl. Really nice. This one again, and I think it has to do with my growing conditions. You see this crazy get up behind me. I'm growing on a couple of shelves with a set of the high output T5s, and they're doing just magnificent with producing the amount of light that these orchids are enjoying, apparently. And I'm trying to boost the humidity pretty high. I think I keep it between probably, well, my humidifier broke a couple times and it sent it plummeting down to like 40% humidity. Ooh, it's not horrible, but typically it's upwards of 65 into the 85 range. So very cool flush of flowers. They are still very much on their way to being in full bloom, but I'm very much looking forward to that. This little stinker over here is just putting on a show. This is another one of the first ones I got right around the same time as the Vanda or Phoenicia. I don't know what's right. And I remember it had blooms on it, and then it just started throwing up all this new growth, and I was like, holy cow, that's going to look crazy when all of it blooms. It smells absolutely magnificent, just as fragrant as my Sherry Baby, and there's so many blooms on it that it's weighing down, and there are more to come, as you can see back here as well, and still off to the side. I actually lost the entire back half of spikes when I got back from, like I said, my Christmas travels. This was already starting to spike. None of it had opened, and I guess it just got too dry, and I lost probably a good 4 or 5 spikes in the back. But already see new growth again. Not sure whether I'm going to divide it. Oh, okay, yeah, I'm starting to see a lot of new growth actually. Not sure if I'm going to divide it this season. At the very least, I will probably pot it to something larger so that those new growths have some room to come out and put on another show, because this is awesome and it smells just fantastic. So yeah, I can't wait for that to be completely open. And I've got a little kind of sad little Denphal back there. Beautiful color, but just not doing a whole lot for me in terms of flower this time around. It's probably pissed at me because I scorched off all the leaves. Whatever. Hanging behind me here, I have another species. This is Arangus luteola alba var rhodistica, and these are cute little flowers with an orange center. I actually don't know if there's a scent. And there's it's got a really long what do you call the tail thing? I don't know what it's called. Whatever. Yeah, I got it and mounted it, and apparently it likes it. It gave me 4 spikes almost immediately. I got this probably late summer. Yeah, and these are just really cool. The flowers themselves are a little bit yellow. I'm not sure if they're supposed to be more white, but they're really cool looking. So I'm really happy about that. And also behind me, this has probably been since fall when I got this little Tolumnia. It's a little Tolumnia Genting Orange. It's been in flower forever. And it's off a secondary spike. So it just came in this little bitty thing. And I don't know. I'm probably going to mount it on, what do you call it, tree fiber? No, wait. Whatever you call those like fibrous brick things. Anyway, I'm going to stick it on that, and then he'll go out for the summer. Once it's done blooming, hopefully it's done by then, and I'll have some time to get it in place for the grow season. So yeah, that's what I've got right now. I do have some other, just like Noid phals that my wife brought home from like offices and stuff. She's always like, can't you save it? And she brings me like literally boxes full of these things, and I'm like, oh. So I'll, you know, get them to bloom and hopefully give them away as gifts, somebody to enjoy. Nice healthy phal with a pretty flush of flowers. So that's been a good learning experience for me. You know, just kind of figuring out what different types of things I can do. I've got some mounted, I've got some in different media, so it's cool. At any rate, I think that's it for right now. If there's anything that I forgot, I'll update you guys in my next video. Until then, thanks for watching.